is WOR New York. You stay tuned for Lester Smith and the news.
The news in detail on the hour from the WOR newsroom. Once again, a shooting attack on New York City police officers. Tonight, 2 patrolmen pulled their squad car in front of a late-model black Buick Electra at Newport and Sackman Streets in Brooklyn. One unidentified man got out of the car and opened fire with an automatic rifle, wounding the 2 patrolmen. The wounded officers were identified as 28-year-old Carlo Imparato and his 32-year-old brother, Vincent Imparato. They were last reported in satisfactory condition at Brookdale Hospital. The gunman fired at them through the patrol car's rear window. Police said that at least 10 bullets smashed through the car. The gunman, described as a young black, got back in the car and fled with 2 other men. No license plate number on the getaway car was reported. Police said the car had been stopped by the patrolman for a traffic violation or a routine check of registration. Tonight, Governor Nelson-Rockefeller says he is ready to expand the state's court system, including the appointment of 100 temporary Supreme Court justices. Rockefeller also announced his readiness to expand narcotics treatment and correction facilities to go along with his legislation for tougher treatment of drug pushers. The governor also wants to recruit volunteer attorneys to serve as defense counsel and as prosecutors. As for costs, Rockefeller said he's prepared to recommend the appropriation of over $19 million to put 4,900 more people behind bars by July 1st. And the governor said he can recommend that the state legislature approve over $8 million to expand treatment facilities for addicts. A privately owned methadone clinic in an Eastside Manhattan neighborhood apparently don't fit together. Today, City Councilman Carter Burden led a protest demonstration of several neighborhood residents against the Ithaca Clinic at 177 East 84th Street. Standing outside the clinic, Burden said the clinic's owners are a construction company, the HST Corporation, and Stuart Steiner, a clinic administrator. Although Burden said he had no specific evidence, Burden said he suspected that the clinic had been put there as a block-busting method to force tenants to leave so that more profitable buildings could be constructed. Burden estimated that the clinic has net profits of up to $500,000. Neighborhood residents complained about what they said were dazed narcotics addicts loitering outside the clinic, and one businessman said that he was losing customers because they were afraid to go to his shop. A cold rain fell on the South Central Texas ranch just before the burial late today of the 36th President of the United States. Among those at the ranch to honor the memory of President Lyndon Baines Johnson were Senators Hubert Humphrey, George McGovern, Henry Jackson, Edward Kennedy, Strom Thurmond, and Edmund Muskie. Also present were Mr. Johnson's friends from his Texas political days. Former Texas Governor and one-time Treasury Secretary John Connally delivered one eulogy, and then evangelist the Reverend Billy Graham said of Mr. Johnson,
"To him, the Great Society was not just a wild dream. It was a realistic hope. And it seemed to me that those that knew him would agree that the thing nearest his heart was to harness the wealth and the knowledge and the greatness of this nation and help every poor and every oppressed person in the country and in the world. It was his destiny, as Secretary Connally has reminded us, to be involved in a war that he never wanted,